All right, I'm going to show you my work in progress firefighting tank car. This is an 8-gallon, can actually hold up to 10 gallons, but in order for it to work, I can only put about 8 gallons in it. And I'll show you how it works and show you how well it works, and then eventually I'm going to build an 80-gallon version of this same car. So start with putting water in it. Grab my phone here. On top, I have a normal hose connection here with just a 3/4 opening into the tank. I have a 1/4 inch with a 1/4 inch quick connect right here. This line actually does go inside the tank all the way down to the bottom, just sitting on the bottom as a pickup. I do have a drain on the bottom, which I can drain just a little bit of water in there. And then we have a pressure gauge on top, which I can open and close so that I can take it off for drying out the inside of the tank. I'm gonna leave that open and just set my phone back over here in just a second. Actually, I do have a flow gauge. This guy will tell me how much water I'm putting into the tank, and I'm gonna thread that right up on top of here and put my garden hose into it. I'm gonna put just about 8 gallons in. I think I stop at like 8.1. And I'm going to do that, stop the video, and come back to it. Back at it, I do have the hose connected here, not running yet. But you can see my valve here and my connection down to the tank. I'm going to go ahead and open that guy up. And just run it full blast until I get up to 8 gallons. And we'll come back when it's all full. Coming back here, we're almost up to 8 gallons. And just a little extra for good measure. Go ahead and stop it there. And we did build up a little bit of pressure, so I am going to go ahead and let that air out of the top by cracking this open. In the future, I do intend on having a bleed valve to bleed the air out while filling up the tank. I'm going to go ahead now and assemble my hose. I'm going to put my brass spray nozzle onto my flow gauge so that I can show you the amount of flow later. And I'm going to go ahead and reset my flow gauge. And I do have a quick connect set up here. Thread that in there. Just set that aside. I'm going to go ahead and put my cap on my fill spout. And then I do have a quick connect, double-sided quick connect with a valve so that I can add the air pressure into the tank. Go ahead and grab my air line. And I'm going to go ahead and charge it up to 125 psi. It should not take too long. I could go higher, but I don't really want to. Go ahead and set you back over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and hook up my hose. I'm just using a standard air hose for this. It's a 50-footer. can go ahead and hook up my spray nozzle. Make sure it's shut. I don't want that spraying out everywhere. Turn on my gauge, let out the air. There we go. I can actually show you gallons per minute. I do apologize for it being on its side. This is gallons per minute. So initially with 125 psi in the tank, I can actually get almost 3 gallons a minute of flow out of this hose. There we go. 3 for just a second there. You can see it is actually spraying very far down the street. It's actually hitting the street right now. And if I open it up to fan or go back to spray and at a pretty good spray about 30 feet, I'm getting 1.5 gallons per minute. I can open that up to fan and get a nice fan spray. I can go ahead and fan it out a little less, get heavier coverage, just like if it was hooked up to the regular garden hose spigot. And if we go back to our volume screen, you can see we've already used 2.4 gallons of water. Obviously it will go fairly quickly at that rate, get about 2 or 3 minutes of spray time, but that is way more than any conventional fire extinguisher or Indian pump. I guess it saves your hands on the Indian pump. Sorry. So go back to our flow rate, 1.9 gallons per minute, and still getting about 20-25 feet of spray here. I can hit that cone right there off in the distance, try to refocus it. There we go. Come over and look at what our pressure is like. And we're down to 30 psi. But as you can see, we're still spraying a very good distance. And we have exhausted 4.5 gallons. So just over halfway empty. Dropping below 30 now. Obviously most of your pressure curve is at the very beginning, and that's where you're going to get your most aggressive spray pattern. I can still fan it out very well. Still get a pretty good spray. Still very good distance. Can completely shut it off and save pressure if I want to. And if I just back this hose off all the way and give it the least amount of restriction, obviously my pressure drops. And now my flow is purely just restricted by the hose. We are almost at 7 gallons exhausted. I can still get good spray distance. Our pressure is almost down to 15 psi now, and I'm still getting 20 feet out of this hose. We just hit 7 gallons used, so we have just about a gallon left of water in the tank. If you haven't skipped this part, I commend you. .7 gallons used, almost to the end. It will start spitting out the rest of the air, but we are still at just over 10 psi. And I can hear it start picking up air. There's 8.1 gallons. And there's all the water. With just over 10 psi to spare. I'll go ahead and drain out all the air and we'll see how much water it left in there. Alrighty, I've gone ahead and opened up the top of the tank. There's no more pressure left. And we'll go ahead and open our drain. Nothing. It picked up 100% of the water in this tank. What do you think?